Hiya, today I'm going to show you how I clean my atlas in real time. It takes less than about 4 minutes and I've been using red and I want to use white, so I'm going to have to give it a clean. I know it's not too dirty, but I thought I'd show you the process. First of all, turn it upside down. There are 2 bars underneath. You need to put a little bit of pressure on them, slide it in one side and then it pops out the other, and then you can pop it out. Turn the machine over and the 2 blades just slide straight out. Now this is what collects the gunk, so we're just going to give it a quick clean. I use a pokey tool or a sort of not a sharp knife but sort of a bladed tool. I'm going to use this little pointy one today, and I literally slide the blade down the inside, I slide it on the edge, and then I slide it on the outside and try and get as much of this off. We will get all of it off, and we'll use some wet wipes in a minute. So I do it on both sides. One side normally gets worse than the other, but I do clean both sides. It doesn't take very long. If you imagine you've been doing lots of clay all day and you've got a massive build-up, sometimes this can be absolutely full. But I always give it a clean, especially before I use white clay. I used to run my clay through with sort of a scrap piece and try and get as much of the bits out, but honestly when I got my atlas it was a complete game changer. So here I am, I'm going to just ball up all my clay. I don't waste clay, so I put all my little scraps like this in a little bowl, and over time it builds up and I just use it for scrap. It usually makes brown, which is very helpful, especially for making nice greens. So here I am, wet wipes, just a cheap little ones, nothing expensive, and I just wipe down each side just to make sure every residue of clay is removed, and keep those blades nice and clean. So as you can see, it doesn't take long. The thought of it normally puts me off, but in actual fact it's a really quick process. It's certainly quicker than trying to get the clay out of red clay out of your white when you've just rolled it. So we're going to put the blades back in. They go sharp side down, and then one of these poles goes in the groove on the top, and you slide it to the left into the hole, or the right, and then you slide it the other way, and that's it, secure. So it's a bit hard to see with the camera angle. I'm normally a bit quicker than this, but trying to do it so that you can actually see. So again, I put the bar in, the hole on one side, push it through a little bit, and then it gives me enough space to pop it in on the other side and slide it back, and that's it done. Easy peasy. So I give the whole thing a bit of a clean now. I just want to make sure that there's no bits of clay. Sometimes I'll use the handle and roll it around just to check, but I know this one's fine. So I'm cleaning the bottom so that when my clay comes down it doesn't get dirty. I put the handle back on. I don't know what you're like with your handles, but mine get really grubby. So I just try and give it a bit of a clean each time, and that saves me needing to dig out clay. And I have done it, and it's disgusting. So it's nice to keep it on top. So there we go. Here's my grip. I got it from Poundland. It wasn't expensive. It just holds my pasta machine down, and it's all finished.